There is abundance in a universe. If we all have the ability to tap into our deepest dreams, you can learn and grow at your own speed and build a business based on your own needs. Well, I bet you didn't know you could make money from your home and take control of your security. Yeah, I bet you didn't know that you could make it on your own and take good care of your family. Why do we wait until tomorrow when we could do it today? Step out of your comfort zone and take a leap of faith. You can learn and grow at your own speed and build a business based on your own needs. Well, I bet you didn't know you could make money from your home and take control of your security. Yeah, I bet you didn't know that you could make it on your own and take good care of your family. Bedrock bookkeepers rocket from their home. Bedrock bookkeepers make it on their own. Bedrock bookkeepers live it in the zone. Well, I bet you didn't know you could make money from your home and take control of your security. Yeah, I bet you didn't know that you could make it on your own and take good care of your family. Well, I bet you didn't know you could make money from your home and take control of your security. Yeah, I bet you didn't know that you could make it on your own and take good care of your family. Well, I bet you didn't know you could make money from your home and take control of your security. Yeah, I bet you didn't know that you could make it on your own and take good care of your family.
Magandang araw po sa lahat. Ako si Malona, and I'm working as an online accountant and bookkeeper for almost 2 years. I was part of the batch 2 of the 13-week course for accountants and tax preparers. So that was around August last year. And then I have this client which I got from Upwork. The client has a huge problem on her books. So I think of Bedrock. I think of Joe because I know very well that Joe is really genuine and sincere in helping small business owners in the US. So what I did is I told my client to book a call with Joe so that she can directly communicate with Joe and mention about her business, not only cleaning up her books, but Joe can also help her in organizing her financials. For me, Bedrock Partnership Program, in one word, it's more on learning. Since I am part of the partnership program, so I learn a lot from Joe directly because we are working on the same client. So working with Joe means lots of learnings about US accounting, about US taxation. So it's learning. From August up to now, I continue to learn so many things from Joe because we are working on the same books. So that means that I learn so many practical things from him. So that's actually one of the precious and most valuable thing that I benefit from Bedrock. I can't believe actually that Joe is mentioning to me that, okay, Malona, let us have a call. So I told myself, what? A free call with him? Around 30 minutes, 1 hour, or more than 1 hour. So imagine, saan ka makakita ng US accountant na magbibigay sa'yo ng ganun kahabang oras, tapos ganun ka-valuable, yung pinagkukwentuhan nyo, ganun ka-valuable, yung tinuturo niya sa'yo. That is the most precious and valuable thing that I learned from Joe. Humility, and at the same time, the learnings that no one can ever get that from me. That you have to get this chance to be partner of Bedrock because not only the monetary amount that we receive from affiliate fees, but also the learnings that we can get being a Bedrock partner. So that is my message to all the online accountants and bookkeepers or students of Bedrock. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone, especially Joe, for an incredible US payroll masterclass. What stood out to me wasn't just a technical know how, but Joe's real life insights and advice. It's been both motivating and inspiring, truly a game changer for me. His experience has actually brought the lessons to life, making the complex seem simple. So, cheers to what we've learned and to where we're headed, armed with knowledge and inspiration. Thank you.
I'm so happy. I'm grateful to be part of this masterclass. I'm grateful for the Bedrock team and especially to Joe for supporting us Filipinos to undergo this kind of training and giving us this opportunity. This is a big deal for me because I'm already I'm employed for how many years already, and I want to pursue what my passion is. And doing this, I try to make this payroll as a great niche for me, and to discover this great opportunity, also explore. Thank you so much, Bedrock, and I know this is a lifetime support from you. Thank you so much, Joe.
I've enrolled in tax preparation before, so I was there at the second jump start, and I think Joe and the Bedrock team, I have learned a lot, and I was recently hired as an email assistant in an accounting firm. So I was the assistant of the owner of the accounting team, and I encountered payroll questions, and here in the payroll course, the information provided was incredibly helpful. I learned a lot, and I thank everyone for that.
First of all, I am so pleasure to be part of Bedrock. I didn't expect that I would be able to finish it because of the the time. That is the most thing that hinder me to finish everything. But thank you very much for Miss Eileen for helping me to pursue it. And I do believe in Bedrock I learn more and upscale my knowledge. Although I've been doing accounting since I graduated here in the Philippines. I believe that having learning a new knowledge, especially from other countries, is a big opportunity for me. So um, I'm doing this not because I would like to earn more. Uh, Presently, I am comfortable already, and but I know I know that if I learn something, I will gain more.
I'm undergraduate college student, and my course is accountancy. I have frustration because here in the Philippines, when you are not graduate, you don't have chance to work in an accounting firm. So my frustration when I watched the video about the tax agent when I joined in the accounting people's group, I said uh I said to myself that I can do it even though I'm not graduate in accounting. I can improve myself po kahit even though po na hindi ako graduate ng accounting here in the Philippines. And I said to myself po na kaya ko to kahit na international yung accounting na pag-aaralan ko. Then, when I was in college, kasi I know nung time na yun na hindi ako makaka-graduate because of financial. Then, tumatak sa isip ko na, okay, meron pang pag-asa, not here in the Philippines. But kahit nandito ako sa Philippines, I can work in US, I said to myself. Then, noon, I always checking my online job. Nag-rate ako online job way back 2014 na sa platform na yun. But hindi ako nag-apply kasi I know na I'm not yet skilled. And then nung sabi ko, I always praying na, Lord, kapag nagka-family ako, okay lang po ba na I can work from home kasi I don't want to raise my child ng malayo sa kanya. And then after ko manganak, I got job na tumulong sa akin yung best friend ko nung college na naipasok niya ako sa international accounting din siya, but through her po tinanggap ako kahit hindi ako graduate. And then sabi ko, ito na yung start na pwede ko na i-upskill yung sarili ko. And then I tried din po na mag-apply online job na kasi meron na ako konting confidence na mag-bookkeeping. And then nakakuha ako, nagulat ako kasi ang mga nakikita kong testimony sa Facebook na more months or years sila bago sila nakakuha ng client. Then nagulat po ako, nakuha ko months pa lang. And nung time na yun, struggling din po ako pero nakuha ko yung client na yun. Then sobrang thankful ko sobrang tinreasure ko yung client na yun kahit low rate lang siya kasi gusto ko talaga magkaroon ng experience. Then sabi ko, meron na akong budget to enroll. Akala ko hindi ko siya makakompleto kasi dumating yung year end doon kung saan ako nag-work. Sobrang tight ng schedule. Sobrang hindi ko alam kung yung pagod ko kasi syempre puyatan sa work tapos meron ba tayong training. Yun nga, ko pa rin na makahabol ako sa mga assignments kahit na late na yung mga iba kong submit. Then yun, thankful ako nung last na video call with Miss Ice, sinabi niya sa akin na pwede pang makahabol nga yung kay Miss Juliet. Hindi ako nawalan ng pag-asa nung sabi ko makaka-graduate din ako dito. Then ayun nga, na nakasama ako sa graduation. Thank you. Thanks Joe for your courses. Sobrang helpful po talaga para sa amin na gusto mag-upskills and sa mga beginners po na katulad po. Thank you very much, Joe. And for the team po.
Hi, I joined the Bedrock because of the opportunity
And because I'm a nurse and a pharmacist, I really don't have an accounting background. I just took bookkeeping. And then when I saw that Bedrock is offering to become a tax preparer, I've been searching on another platform where others took their certificate from Bedrock. So I Googled it. And then 2 days before the start of the class, I joined immediately without thinking because I want to earn and I want to learn more. And this is an opportunity for me, and I am actually looking forward to learn more from Bedrock. So I will be enrolling into other courses because I also want to be a part of Bedrock.
I just want to express my deepest gratitude to Bedrock team for the knowledge, for the guidance and support you have provided us throughout the payroll course. As someone who has no background in accounting, I really had a hard time, but the way you made the topics accessible and engaging, and you always ensure that we understood the material thoroughly. The knowledge that I've gained from this course is not only theoretical but also practical. I am especially thankful for your patience and encouragement, Joe, which have motivated me to strive for excellence.
This course is not a walk in the park. It needs true dedication and the resolve to finish it and see it through. So I had to muster all courage, and it is a milestone, and I am very proud of what we have accomplished. It's not really easy, but you can see that before I thought that I will not be able to do this. I thought this is a very hard work. I thank Joe for opening this opportunity to us Filipinos. All of us will become successful, of course, with God's help, and I congratulate you all also.
I just want to thank you, Joe, and everyone. So thank you so much for the opportunity, the hustle while doing it, the researching, the headache while we plot the Excel file, the Google Sheet. It was all worth it, knowing that I got the certification and I also graduated in this batch. So yeah, I'm looking forward to the tax course, the upcoming tax course. Yeah, more headaches and more students to come. Thank you so much, guys.
One of the things I've learned is to be resourceful and be confident. Even if you don't know, research and ask questions. Thank you for Joe and the Bedrock team for really opening this course to us. It's a great opportunity for us to learn and get like a hands-on experience to do payroll tasks in a US setting.
Welcome to the Jumpstart Your Freelance Accounting Career Community, a vibrant network dedicated to empowering professionals who aspire to work from home and build successful freelance careers. Our community is designed for accountants and bookkeepers across the Philippines, offering a supportive environment where members can share insights, resources, and experiences. We believe in the power of collaboration and continuous learning, providing access to valuable tools, resources, and expert advice that will help you thrive in the freelance landscape. Whether you're just starting out or looking to enhance your skills, our community is here to guide you every step of the way. Benefits of joining Jumpstart Your Freelance Accounting Career Community. Essential tools and resources. Gain access to curated productivity tools and resources tailored for accountants and bookkeepers. Flexible work environment. Embrace the freedom of working from home with guidance on setting up your workspace for maximum productivity. Freelancing basics. Learn how to kickstart your freelance career with tips on client acquisition, proposal writing, and effective communication. Pathway to CPA. Explore opportunities and resources to pursue your CPA designation while balancing your freelance work. CFO skill development. Enhance your financial management skills to market yourself as a chief financial officer for small businesses. U.S. tax preparation services. Discover how to offer specialized services like U.S. tax preparation, expanding your client base internationally, build your own tax agency. Get insights into establishing your own U.S. tax agency, including marketing strategies and operational best practices. This community is not just a network, it's a launchpad for your freelance journey. Join us to connect with like-minded professionals, share knowledge, and unlock new opportunities in the accounting and bookkeeping fields.
Dear Heavenly Father, we thank you for gathering all of us today in this important endeavor. We ask that you bestow your guidance and blessing upon each attendee. May we honor one another by keeping an open mind. May we voice our truth and listen with an open heart. Bless everyone present today, and that each may be able to share his or her contributions and gifts. Grant good health and safety to loved ones left outside this room, and bestow peace and goodwill to all of us. We ask for your wisdom and grace to use our talents for the betterment of others. May the various activities related to this day be a success through your intervention. With gratitude, we offer this prayer in your name. Amen.
Okay, good morning, Maganda Umaga, everyone. Happy Saturday morning. I know you love starting your weekend with the great jumpstart training. Otherwise, you wouldn't be here, and I would probably still be sleeping if it wasn't for this. So this gets me up every Saturday morning. I like to ask, is anybody here for the first time? If it is, just post in the chat. I do see some names. I mean, I recognize most of you. We have some all-star students here. Hello, Annabelle. I see what you're doing with the sales tax course. You weren't at the last live class, but I actually highlighted some of your work. And I was impressed. I was actually proud to see some of our students. Hello, Annabelle. I see you just popped up on my screen. Yeah, it's heartwarming when I see, students get this. Because that's why I do this. I love teaching. I've been doing it for a long time. I didn't realize how much I enjoyed it. There's a lot of personal satisfaction when you see somebody actually take, your knowledge that you've acquired and apply it, practically. Unless you've ever done it, I can't tell you the feeling. And one of the things I've started teaching is become a teacher. We're all students and we should all be teachers, especially in our roles as accountants. I always looked at myself as a guide for my clients. They're looking to me for direction. Anybody could be a pencil pusher. Anybody can, prepare tax returns. You don't have to be a genius anymore to, enter data, produce a balance sheet, I mean, we have software programs now that can make anybody look like they're Albert Einstein. It wasn't like that when I started. Okay, I want to point that out. When I started, you actually had to be an accountant. There was no software. Everything was done manually. And you know, that brings up another point. Uh, the way accounting is done, the way that I understand it, and maybe some of you can you know, tell me that I'm not right, but you're still doing a lot of things manually or with an Excel spreadsheet. Uh, you know, the Philippine accounting isn't the same as American accounting, if that makes sense. The end result is the same. You're going to produce a tax return and a financial report. Hopefully, first you're going to produce the financial report and then use that to do the tax return. Okay. But the point I'm trying to make here is accounting is a service business where we are constantly going to be learning and training. Okay. This Jumpstart community, I'm listening every time we have a class, a webinar, we run those testimonials. And it's great, you know, to hear people say that they're grateful that they got something out of the course. And that is all that's what all of them said. And if they didn't say that, they wouldn't be on the video. So obviously, you know, we pick and choose who we're gonna highlight on that. But I was making notes of the different people. So we had a nurse, we had a student, we had an agency owner, we had somebody with no accounting experience, and we had another accountant that was a highly trained CPA that does like really high-end accounting. In fact, when I learned about her background, I said, why would you want to, like, it's almost like take a step back and have to learn, you know, things like QuickBooks and Zero. You've been doing high-end accounting work. And the the answer was to upskill, to upskill. And that's another thing that I love about the Philippine community. If you're here on a Saturday morning, you're here because you want to upskill. Okay. And it's a great way to start the weekend for me. So welcome everyone. Today we're going to cover a topic that I actually never heard anybody talk about, but I've been thinking about it because, and I'll tell you why. We're all out there trying to connect with clients, connect with new employers, connect with team members. Okay, so there has to be a method, a methodology. How do we connect with people? What is their first impression of us? You know, you only get one chance at a first impression. Does that make sense, Annabelle? So I'm picking on you because, you know, circling back to, you know, looking at your work product, that was my real first impression of you. I said, oh my God, this woman put a lot of time and effort into working on this project. You know, and then I saw a couple of other students do the same thing. And So that convinced me. I said, that gave me the idea that an accountant should have a portfolio. Just like, so we've hired graphic designers, web designers, social media people, right? And what they do is when they answer an ad. So can everybody see the screen? It says building a powerful portfolio. So, excuse me. When people answer the ad, if they're doing it right, they have a link to their portfolio. And you could automatically go up there and see, oh wow, this person really knows, what they're doing. Beautiful websites laid out perfectly, nice graphics, the fonts, everything works. Then you get people with no link. Guess how far they get in the hiring process? They're trying to think about this. They're applying for a job as a web designer, and I'm not joking. I've had people that were web designers that actually said, "I'm sorry I didn't put the link to my portfolio, but I don't know how to put the link here," pretty much. So I said, if you're a web designer and you don't know how to copy and paste a link into the job posting, I don't think you're right for this job. So the idea that I had, I said, well, every accountant should have a LinkedIn profile and a resume, right? So everybody has that. And if you don't have an optimized LinkedIn profile, you need to talk to Coach Yanyan. Marianne, are you here? I know that I saw you there. I don't know if you're actually on the call. Are you there, Marianne? Okay, she's not here. So Marianne, if you don't know her, she's got the Facebook group Accounting Peoples, and she's she's one of the top Philippine influencers on LinkedIn for the second year in a row. So congratulations, Marianne, on that. Uh, so you need an optimized LinkedIn profile. If you don't have that, I would tell you, don't be like the web designer that can't even put a link in the job posting. You're wasting your time. Okay. Now, another point here is I say resume. At some point, people started calling a resume a CV. And I remember saying, what the heck is a CV? What is it? So I did a search, and it turns out a CV is a long, it's more inclined for somebody like that does medical research, and they want to put in all of their, the books that they wrote and stuff like that. Okay. But for an accounting firm that's looking for an accountant, you want a one-page resume. You don't want somebody's life story because you just don't have the time to go through all that stuff. Okay. So now the resume and the LinkedIn profile should pretty much match. Okay. I look at the LinkedIn resume I look at the LinkedIn profile as a longer version of the resume. And that's where you could start. So your portfolio can actually start with your resume, and then you have your LinkedIn profile. So you have a basis. Now you have a foundation. Okay. Now the title of this slideshow is Building a Powerful Portfolio, Showcasing Your Accounting Expertise. Okay, so that's where I circle back again to the initial impression. I have a friend that he's been a lifelong friend. He's very successful. He taught me a lot of things about marketing, introduced me to some really world-class people. Uh, the first time I met him, he made a comment that just stuck in my mind. And it wasn't a positive comment. Okay. It was something like, you know what? I don't think I like this guy. Even though this guy became a dear friend, somebody that I could trust, I still think about that stupid comment that he said. That was the first time I met him. Okay, that was like 40 years ago, and I still remember that. He overcame that bad initial first impression. But if you're going to be out there looking for a position, looking for a job, looking for a client, okay, you need a competitive advantage. You need to set yourself apart. Like Annabelle did with what she did in the class. Now, we have Bedrock Tax Solutions. Right now, we have 5 full-time accountants, and we have a history now of hiring interns. Well, how do you think we choose the interns? We're going to choose the interns that rise above the crowd. People like Annabelle, people like Marielle. Hello, Marielle. I see you there. You just popped up on my screen. So your work product, not only your work product, but like if you're a student, you actually have an active opportunity to say, hey, Joe, hey, Eileen, I'm a student here. I want you to notice me. Okay. And that's how you succeed. Unfortunately, if you're going to sit in the back of the class, never raise your hand, never ask questions, okay, the teacher's not going to notice you. And it's the same thing with marketing yourself. Whether you're looking for a position or you're looking for clients, okay? My friend that I was talking about, Craig, okay, taught me and probably thousands of other people, the easiest way to get noticed is to write a book, because then you become an instant expert. So he taught me how to write a book. Anybody can write a book, believe it or not. All you got to do is, the first thing you have to do is start, and the second thing you have to do is finish. Okay. And in between, stuff happens. Okay. And that's one of the things I'm going to recommend to all of my students. Start writing. Start writing. And if you don't think you can, I'll give you a little hint, and I'm going to share, what we're doing with AI at the end of this if we have time. This presentation I put together last night using AI. It took me about an hour, including all the text, all the slides. So, that's another thing, and I'm going to keep pounding on this whole AI thing, because this is, if you're not utilizing AI yet in whatever you're doing, you need to start. You need to start somewhere. Okay, because it's a powerful, powerful tool. And I keep saying this, it reminds me just like when QuickBooks came onto the scene. QuickBooks was a game changer. And the people that learned how to use it as a tool got clients. The people that didn't use it as a tool lost their clients. It's the same thing with AI. So in the past, I would have had to write this all out, type it out, okay, then give it to Erin. She'd make it into a slideshow. Then I'd go back. I didn't have to do any of that. Yeah, I could have given it to Erin and she would have made it look a lot nicer. She would have put the, the Jumpstart brand on there. Okay. So if if we reversed today, if Annabelle, if you were given this class and I was a student, I would say, well, the slideshow you just made can become part of your portfolio. Think about it. Okay. Think about it. Because again, going back to what I said earlier, I teach and I'm a student. When you go to look for a position, if I had two candidates and one of them told me they taught and the other one didn't, I would lean towards the person that was a teacher. Why? Because I could show you in Bedrock, the way that we're structured is we have a student, right? The top students we might become an intern. Okay. The interns are learning from the accounting team. Everyone in the accounting team has learned from Luz. She was my first student. So in order to scale Bedrock, we need people that can teach. People that can teach. That makes a big difference. In the accounting world, it's a team sport. If you're in sports and you get the rookie comes in, where does the rookie learn? They learn from all the people that came before them. All right, so let's get into the slideshow. Why would an accountant need a portfolio? It's not just for creative people anymore. Okay, things have changed and they're going to keep changing at an increasing rate. Does that make sense to anyone? When first started, it was amazing. It was amazing. You can actually go online and some of you might not have even been born yet. That's how long we've had the internet. But it was amazing. And if you're old enough to remember when you dialed in, you did it through a telephone line and there were no cell phones. Cell phones didn't exist yet. You actually had a telephone that was plugged into the wall. There was no wireless. And you would hear the sound. You would hear the sound of the telephone ringing. But it was amazing because you could connect with people. Today, if anybody had to wait that long to make the connect, they wouldn't even, they'd go to another computer or they'd reboot. As it progressed faster and faster. So You have to take that into account. Skill demonstration. It's going to show somebody like me exactly what you can do. Hey, I'm a master at zero. I can teach zero. I can customize zero. Well, that makes a big difference for me because we use zero. Now, if you tell me you're an expert at, Oracle or Sage, I would say, hey, that's great, but we don't use that program. What you want to do is you want to make it easy for the people that you want to connect with. Okay. Because let's say you're great at Sage or Oracle, you don't want to waste your time on an interview with me because we're not a good fit. We're not a good fit. If you want to advance in your career, you need a portfolio. You want to stand out. You want to stand out. And it's probably hard for a lot of you. I understand that. It was very difficult for me. When I got out of college, I didn't know how to do an interview. I didn't I was uncomfortable. I was uncomfortable talking to people that I never met about my life dreams. Okay. It was just very, very uncomfortable. I probably went on hundreds of interviews before I got comfortable. And then I realized, I said, I'm not comfortable. I've gone on hundreds of interviews, and I'm also not getting any offers. Okay. It wasn't until I learned how to start standing out. And it wasn't like standing up, raising my hand and singing and doing a dance. The way I learned how to stand out was to just be myself. Was to just be myself. See, I had driven an ice cream truck before I graduated. And I used that experience. I said, I'm going to run this ice cream truck like a real business. Because it was a real business, but I kept books. I just wanted to gain the business experience. And when my cousin Vinny, my first mentor, looked at my resume, he said, how come you don't have the ice cream truck on your resume? I said, why? I'm going for an accounting position. Why would an accountant care about me driving an ice cream truck? He's like, because everyone loves the ice cream man. Everyone loves it. And he's like, did you buy stock? Did you keep inventory? Did you do sales? Did you do this? And it's like, it's business experience. He said it's business experience. That became part of my portfolio. And what happened was amazing. I would go now I'm going into the interview as the ice cream man. And guess what everyone wanted to talk about? Not where do you want to be in 10 years? They were like, tell me about the ice cream truck business. So my cousin was right. I was like, oh my God, this is actually strange. But it set me apart because nobody else that was sending these people resumes ever was an ice cream man. Sometimes I think about going back to that business. It was actually one of the coolest businesses I ever had. Okay, so what's going to be in your accounting portfolio? Obviously, a resume and a cover letter. So a cover letter is, if you don't know what it is, because I've rarely even seen a cover letter. I don't know if they're even used anymore, but they should be. And the cover letter is going to basically say, hi, my name is Joe DeChara. I am a CPA. I'm looking for a long-term opportunity with the cutting edge, firm like yours. I look forward to meeting with you. Just like an introduction. Okay. Uh, work samples. Okay, that's another thing. As I put this together, I was like, why not have some work samples? And we'll talk about that. Problem solving case studies. People love case studies. They want to see accountants that can solve problems. So we're teachers and we're also problem solvers. When the financial reports look out of whack, we're like the engineers. They're like, why isn't this working? What's wrong with, where are these numbers coming from? Okay, obviously your credentials. Now, credentials are, you know, if you're a CPA, obviously, you're going to put down you're a CPA. If you're a CPA candidate, you're going to put that, that's one of your, that's who you are. Okay. Any awards, testimonials, recommendations, these are all part of what you can put into your portfolio. So here's some samples. So if you're going to use any work product, obviously you're gonna black out the company. You can't go, but there's no reason why you couldn't like present a spreadsheet showing how you've done job costing, let's say, or real estate accounting. I mean, I've created a bunch of my own spreadsheets, budget spreadsheets, loan amortization spreadsheets. So if I was doing this, that's what I would have in my portfolio. Okay, all of these templates that I've created. You want to highlight your technical skills. Are there any programs that you know? Analytical abilities, soft skills, you know, so what we teach here on Saturdays are usually what we call soft skills. Personal development. Okay, people want to know, what do you know, that when I was actually doing the interviews for Bedrock, the initial interviews, I wanted to know what people did in their spare time. Like, what do you do when you're not working? Do you actually have a life? Do you spend any time reading? I've read maybe by now, I don't even know, I've lost track. Countless books that I've read. Do you think that that means something to an employer? We have team members now, and I don't go into team members' personal lives, but you know, as you work with people, you start hearing, "Oh, I took this course," or "I'm reading this book." That's important. That's important. Now, for the case studies, so I probably have hundreds of case studies that I could talk about, situations. Uh, so I do a lot of tax problem solving. So I've had some really complex tax situations where I had to go head to head with the IRS. I had to threaten them to go to tax court, and you know and I could tell you this, 100% success rate. 100% of the time I succeed. And the reason is not that I'm the best accountant in the world, because I know how to solve a problem. Success, it isn't always, you know, the client walking away not owing any taxes. Success is, listen, what's this problem? What caused it? How do we fix it? How do we make it so it doesn't happen again? So what I would have in my portfolio, I would probably have like 5 different situations that shows that I could take a difficult situation and fix it. How do you build your portfolio? Okay. Before computers, artists actually would go in with like a literal portfolio. They would have like a suitcase that would open up and there you would see, well now everything's digital and we have what we call online platforms. So one thing you could do is have a personal website. Now, I say this, and I don't have a personal, actually, I do have a personal website. I haven't optimized it yet. And I did that because that's what my coach did, Larry Broughton. You can go to larrybroughton.me, and it's all about him. It's not about his business, what he wants. So if you want to know about Larry, he's a coach, a corporate speaker. So if you want to book Larry as a speaker, you're going to go to larrybroughton.com. That's his personal website. What's stopping Annabelle from having her own website? Okay, it would set you apart. Don't just have a resume or a cover letter. Send somebody to your website. That would be pretty cool. It would tell me, wow, this person's really serious. Everybody's got a LinkedIn profile. You're not going to set yourself apart with your LinkedIn profile. But on your LinkedIn profile, maybe you have a link to your personal website. Maybe you let the person know a little bit more about you. Maybe you put some stuff up there that isn't appropriate for a LinkedIn profile. Okay. There's something called Behance here. I never heard of that. I'm going to check it out. Actually, let me check it out right now since you brought it up. It claims that this is for accountants. So somebody else had this idea before me. I'm not the first one to think about this. So I'm going to just, it's behance.net. I'm going to put it in the chat. So nobody could say now, well, I don't know how to do that. I don't know how to make a website. I don't know how to do graphics. All the tools are out there now. You don't have to be an expert. You don't have to know coding. Where are you going to put it? You can use something like Google Drive. You could use Dropbox. Those are the first ones that come to mind. But again, like all the other technology, they're creating new platforms as we speak. What did I say about making the first impression? That's what this is about. It's about showing the person that you want to connect with exactly who you are. Okay, if you're a mom, let them know you're a mom. That counts for something. Because if you're a student of mine, if you're in my class, you probably heard me say that American entrepreneurs are like 3-year-olds. And they are. And I'll give you an example. So if you're a mom and you've raised children, you're probably gonna be good at handling American entrepreneurs. We have a client, we just got this client a couple of months ago. Okay. And we have a process, we have procedures for everything. So when we set up a client, they get bombarded with mail. They get notices, they get hit with penalties, interest. They don't know what it is. They don't. So our process is simple. Listen, when you get a notice, scan it, upload it to the secure portal that we set you up with. It'll go to your accounting specialist and we will deal with it. We'll let you know exactly what to do. So I get a call last Sunday from this new client. They start going into this whole rampage about they got this tax notice. The first notice said this. The second notice had a $3,000 penalty. She emailed Catherine. She didn't get back to her. What do we do? And I'm like, wait a second. This is the first I'm hearing about this. I have no idea what you're talking about. And she says, yeah, well, Catherine says she works on Monday. And I said, yeah, and today is Sunday. She's like, oh, I guess I should call Catherine on Monday then, right? Yeah, that makes sense, right? Okay. So long story short, she threw a temper tantrum. She wants to fire us because we're not doing what she thinks we're supposed to do. It's the owner's 18-year-old daughter that's doing this, causing all this commotion. So I talked to Catherine. I say, what's going on with this? She says she got some notices. She didn't upload that. She didn't follow our procedures. She didn't upload the notices. And I said, oh, she's just acting like a spoiled 3-year-old. That's what they do. They throw a temper tantrum. Okay. I forgot why I even brought that up, but that's the truth. Anyway, she didn't make a good impression on me. We're supposed to meet tomorrow, and we'll see if we're going to keep them as a client. Okay, number 2, practice your presentation. So Marianne, another thing that she does with her group is she's going to basically tell you what people are going to ask you in an interview. So if you know what the questions are going to be, you should be prepared when they ask you. I'll give you a good example. If they ask you when they first start out, if they say, so tell me something about yourself, that says a lot. That says a lot. Number one, it says that they really don't want to be here. They don't like interviewing you, and they don't know what to ask you. So be prepared when if that person says, so tell me something about yourself, you're in control. You're automatically in control of the conversation. So be prepared for the questions that they're going to ask you. Another thing that they should ask you towards the end of the interview is, do you have any questions? Well, if you don't have any questions, you're probably not going to get hired. Not by me, anyway. I never offered anybody a position that didn't have questions for me. Because listen, if you're going to commit to being a Bedrock team member for the long term, full time, if you're just willing to take the job without asking any questions, that doesn't say a lot about you. I'm like, are you just looking for a job or you're looking for a career? I want people that are looking for a career. So this is how you do it. You're going to prepare your materials. You're going to have it structured in a way that makes sense. So in other words, you're not going to go right into your, oh, these are all the problems that I solved. You're not going to do that first. You're going to take them down a path. Okay. Follow up. Okay, this is another thing. Once I learned the game, okay, the art of connecting with the right people, you follow up. So if 10 people interviewed with me, I would never interview 10 people. Let's say 5 people interviewed with me because it takes time. It takes time, right, Luz? I see you there. So I put Luz, now Luz does the interviewing because I don't like doing it. I'm not good at doing interviews, but it takes time. So let's say, Luz interviewed 5 people. 2 of them sent her a thank you note. Hey, Luz, thank you for your time. Who do you think is going to have an upper hand? Even if the other 3 or 4 people were good, the person that said thank you, that's simple. It takes 30 seconds. Thank you for your time. I mentioned, I want people that want a career. And, Larry says this, the answer is in the history. What have people done in the past to improve themselves is probably going to continue. So what have you been doing before now? That's why I said, all those certificates, all the, anything you've done. Let's say you've taken 100 classes and attended 100 different, self-improvement workshops. Well, that's too much to put on any one of these things. But that doesn't mean you can't include it, especially now in the digital world. Just put links, say, hey, here's, my top 20 workshops that I've attended. If you've been a speaker, you want to let people know that. Hey, I've spoken in front of people, because a lot of this is public speaking. If you've already done it, like I said in the beginning, if you've taught anybody, I see students, former students going out there now doing workshop. We have former students actually decide to go out and start teaching classes. That for me, I said, that's great. That's great, And on the bottom, you start now. You don't wait until tomorrow. If you're here, you've already started. You just got to start organizing everything. Resources for building your portfolio. I mean, they're at our fingertips. They're everywhere. They're YouTube, ChatGPT, Perplexity. There's workshops like this, okay, webinars. There's no shortage of platforms for you to learn anything now. I could probably, if I wanted to, I could probably learn how to build a car on YouTube. I mean, it's so for younger people, it's like, Oh yeah, of course you can learn how to build a car on YouTube. Everybody knows that. But for somebody like me that, I'm old and I'm like, oh my God, because before that wasn't even possible. You would have to go to school, actually start taking cars apart. Now, sometimes I think it's pretty dangerous, the things that you could learn out there. But there's no shortage of resources. Okay, tailoring your portfolio. The more specific that you can be, the better. Last night I was doing a class and I remembered a quote by one of my favorite baseball players, this guy Yogi Berra. He was like famous for his quotes, and he said, "If you don't know where you're going, it's going to take you a long time to get there." Does that make sense, Liz? If you don't know where you're going, it's going to take a long time to get there. The point is, if you know where you're going, if you know what you want to do, you got more of a straight line. Okay. Industry focus. Today, you could decide, hey, I want to specialize in crypto. Just the thought of that makes my head spin. We have a client that he decided to start trading in crypto. I'm like, I don't think I've done as much tax research in the last 10 years as I did just for this one client about crypto. Now, if I was just starting out, I might say, you know what, crypto is pretty cool. I'm going to become an expert. I'm going to become a specialist in crypto. I could become a specialist in e-commerce. Right now, where we are with Bedrock, we focus on the smallest of small businesses, the people that are just starting out, that have no idea what they're doing. So it's not a specific industry. If I wanted to drill it down, I would say coaches, consultants, people that have pretty simple business models. I don't like people in construction. I don't like retail, uh, manufacturing. I don't, not too many manufacturing clients. Why? Because they're complicated industries. They're complicated. My business model is I want simple because I could teach somebody how to do a simple tax return. That's what I decided. If I was starting out again, I might do something different. Honestly, I would probably do something in technology because that's what I like. Okay. Also, don't be looking for a CFO position if you haven't even graduated from college yet. Okay. It's good to aim high, but be realistic. Be realistic. You want to keep everything updated. Okay. Don't put on your resume that you know QuickBooks Desktop. 20 years ago, that would be important because that's what everybody used, QuickBooks Desktop. Now, I don't even know if the yeah, very, very few dinosaurs are probably using QuickBooks Desktop. Keep it updated. If you even put in, hey, these are the projects I'm working on now. Also, when you design it, okay, have somebody else look at it. That's why I said I could do all these slideshows using using one of my AI programs, but I take it, like if I had done this earlier, I would have given this slideshow to Erin and she would have made it look a lot nicer. It would have been, you know, jump startized, if that's a word. It would have our brand on here, it would have our, you know, copyright on there. Okay, leveraging your portfolio and your job search. I think this slide basically speaks for itself. Networking, networking. So again, you know, most of our new clients come from existing clients. The people that you know, the people that you know. There's a saying, it's your net worth is your network. Okay, so that's where, you know, people that you know, your next client, your next job might be one step away, if that makes sense. It's just like when you start, let's say you decide to start your own accounting agency. Where do you start? What I tell people is you start with everyone you already know. You tell them, hey, I'm looking for clients. This is the kind of client that I'm looking for. And if you know anybody that I might be able to help, just let me know. And you put it out there. So if you're looking for a position, say, hey, you know, I'm going to be graduating college. I'm going to be looking for an entry level position. Uh, I'm willing to start at the bottom. If you know anybody looking, let me know. Okay. So Marianne also has a business called TaskWise, where she connects. So she's got, you know, from her LinkedIn connections, she's got people asking her if she knows anybody looking for a job. So again, you know, this is the third time I brought up Marianne. So I think, you know, the point is, if you don't know Marianne yet, you should get to know her and let her know, hey, these are my skills. And if anybody in your path is looking for somebody with my skills, let me know. Okay, some do's and don'ts. Keep it professional. Okay, we're accountants, you want quantifiable results. So in other words, you know, problem solving. Hey, I came across a client from a friend of mine, had his sister-in-law getting harassed by the IRS. She had a letter for that she owed the IRS $250,000. I looked into it. It was all bogus. The IRS agent probably should have been arrested. And the end result was, this is how much I saved her. I saved her 250,000 in federal taxes. And what she didn't know was she was also looking at another 100,000 in state taxes. So altogether, I saved her over close to $400,000. That's what you want. Keep it, okay, this is important because I think what I've been telling you is pour it on. You could pour it on, but keep it simple, if that makes sense. If you have 100 certificates, have a link and say, here's a link to my last 100 courses I took. Okay, and then list them. Okay, here's the last 10. So if I were looking through a portfolio like that, I would say, okay, I get the idea. You're like a course junkie. What courses did you take that are going to help me, you know, scale my business. So here's some of the numbers based on statistics, and I'm not sure exactly where this comes from, but I believe it. I believe it just because of my own experience in hiring people. If somebody answers, when I was posting ads on onlinejobs.ph, and that's how Luz found us. Online Jobs PH. We would have a secret word like baseball. I would say, put the word baseball in the subject. Otherwise, I'm not even going to look at this posting. Do you know most people didn't even include the secret word? So I didn't even look at their resumes. They didn't even get that far. So if you want to increase your interview rate, I know when Lou started, she posted a lot and wasn't even getting interviews. Am I right, Luz? I was the only one that was willing to hire you, right?
You're the third one who invited me to for an interview.
How many did you send before you got an interview?
I'm sending, I think around almost 90, 80 to 90 applications for the whole month.
Okay. So if
I'm
you
shameless.
had a portfolio like this, you might have got eight interviews, and maybe you would have found a better job.
No, I like in Bedrock.
Okay, so also 3 times network growth. Network growth. Remember that network is what you always want to be working on. Always. You always want to be connecting with people because you don't know where your next client is going to come from. You don't know where your next offer is going to come from. So, one thing when Marianne started with us, and we actually hired Marianne, she was working with us for a month, and then she resigned because she was doing the thing with accounting peoples. When I met her, she had 1,500 people in the accounting people's group. Right now, the last time I looked, she had over 22,000 people in the group, and I think she's well over 50,000 followers on LinkedIn. Okay. And it just keeps growing and growing. And a lot of the people that have come and done these Saturday workshops have been people that were people that she connected with on LinkedIn or wherever. So you always want to be working on your network. Okay. And bottom line is people that do this, make 25% more than people that don't. And that's not surprising because people that actually put some thought and effort into their journey, they're going to be the high achievers. The future of accounting portfolios. And this is, I thought this was like, oh, this is a brand new idea, but obviously other people have thought about it. Digital integration. Okay. And before I forget, because they said, oh, I should have put this in the presentation because I'm going to forget. Loom videos. Marianne, last year, she was voted number 17 on LinkedIn because of, I think, primarily because she did uh, a training on how to do a Loom video on LinkedIn. Loom is, I've been using it more and more. It's easy. Actually, I should say it's simple. It's simple because all it is it's an extension on your Chrome browser, and all you got to do is click it, and you can make a video. It's very, very simple. Now, doing the video is going to be the not easy part. Okay. But again, you have all this technology right at your fingertips. AI, okay, like I said in the beginning, if you're not using AI, you're going to get eaten by it. I don't even know what a virtual reality presentation is, but I'm going to find out right after this because that sounds pretty cool. You know, I remember one of the really cool things that happened with technology was in the real estate business because you know, in order to see a property, you would have to go there and walk through the house or the apartment or any or whatever. And then they came out with this 3D viewing where you could actually like walk through the house on your computer. Like you can go into every room, you could do a 360, you know, what did it look like? So I don't know how that would work in an accounting portfolio, but it sounds pretty cool. And that's my story, and I'm sticking with it. Thank you, everyone. I appreciate your time. And let me put this out there. Anybody that wants to put together a portfolio and have me critique it, just let me know. I'll be glad to go through it with you, help you tweak it. And that's just part of, you know, being in this Jumpstart community. Okay, I do have a couple of announcements I want to share with you. Second. So we have the Jumpstart AI platform. It's up there. We're going to launch it on December 15th, which today, oh, that's actually tomorrow. So Monday, we're going to officially launch this. And for, it's, the price is $47 a month for regular people. For Jumpstart Premium members, it's going to be $17 a month for life. And for the first 3 months, if you sign up before Monday, that means, you know, this is the last chance today and tomorrow to sign up for this. You're going to get the first 3 months for $12 a month. And what you're going to get is these are the apps that are up here right now. So I'll just show you a couple that I think are pretty cool. So for the first 3 months, if you want this platform, it's going to be $12. After that, it'll be $17. And these are some of the tools that we've been using. So this is called the Vault. Okay. So each one of these apps have different different things that they do. So the Vault, what I didn't realize is it was actually making folders of things that I was doing in the other apps, which was pretty cool because I said, oh, this is like a centralized filing system. But there's a lot more to this than just being a vault. So you could see it's very simple. You can make a folder, just like think of it like a Google Drive, only without all the problems that you have with a Google Drive. Okay. What I like about this is you could easily share it with people. It's not easy always to share something in a Google Drive, because then, and I don't know why, even if they're a member of the Bedrock community and I share it with them, then Google will say, oh, you need permission. And I always say, well, I already gave them permission. Why do I have to give them permission again? Anyway, when I saw this app, I said, oh, this would be a lot easier in certain circumstances. Okay, so all I did, so let's say I want to share this one document with a bunch of people. All I got to do is I copied from the vault, and now I got the direct URL. So there's no like password that I got to give them. I don't have to, you know. So not that this is going to replace our Google Drive, but there's instances where I said this might be a lot easier to plus, look at this. I got 5 terabytes of space. I don't even have close to that in Google. Not even close. And I'm paying, I don't even want to say how much I'm paying to store all of our files. But every so often, Ellen and I have to go through and start deleting some old files. Otherwise, the price is just going to go up. So I looked at this, I said, man, if instead of deleting all of these videos and images, I could just use the vault. So that's just one app. Another one that I really got addicted to is the sticky notes. So I do everything on Post-its. That's my system. If I have something to do, I write it on the Post-it. It's right on my desk. Then I take the Post-it and I actually transfer it to the computer. What I love about this is I could make any note into a list, and then I could share it with myself. Okay. So this is just, you know, so I'm still going through each one of these different apps. A lot of them come with the platform and like this AI knowledge base. So I created an interactive jumpstart coach. And what this little app is programmed to do is to help people with their jumpstart, their freelance accounting career. So how does that happen? So, you know, you could say, well, how can you make this app just focus on not only freelance accounting, but freelance accounting for Filipinos? Okay. Because here, specifically for freelance accountants in the Philippines, because it's getting the information from that knowledge base. And so what I did in the knowledge base was I put links up there to Online Jobs PH, Upworks, all the places that a Philippine freelancer would go to look for something. Now, if you ask it to do something like how do you fix a flat tire, it's going to tell you, wait, oh, here, okay. It's basically, oh, here, how do you fix a flat tire? I'm here to focus on career topics. So it's not going to tell you how to fix a flat tire. So that's just another app. So, and there's apps here for graphics, there's apps here for marketing, you can make images. So, and the apps that are, there's just going to be more and more apps available from the platform, and apps that I'm going to make myself, including, I lost it now. We have apps here that just search, do tax research. So we have an app here, taxes. We have a Philippine personal tax guru, US state and local business guru. So again, when the benefit of these apps, as opposed to like using Google or ChatGPT or any of the other AIs that are out there, is that these are focused. They're going to give you specific guidance on that topic. Okay, that's one announcement. Let me put the link for this in the chat in case anybody wants to sign up for it. So this platform is going to be, we're really spending a lot of time and effort on it. So I have big plans for it. The other announcement, if you haven't heard, is so you get that for $12 if you're paying the $3 subscription fee for the Jumpstart Premium. Okay, so we lowered the Jumpstart Premium from, I think, $18 a month to just $3 a month. And on top of getting this software for that price, you're going to get 50% off of any existing courses that we have and any future courses. Okay, that's for as long as you're a Jumpstart Premium member. And that's my story. I'm sticking to it. Thank you all. I went over today. Sorry about that. Does anybody have any questions for me? We're good. All right, you're welcome. Everyone that said thank you in here. All right. God bless you. Have a great weekend. Luz, get back to work now. I know you still have a lot of things to do. And thank you, Annabelle, for letting me pick on you today. It was fun. Keep up the good work. And I'm signing off, and enjoy your weekend. Thank you.